This will be my tribute to my mentor, Jacob Raphaelson. You know, when I was young, I could partially figure things out. One, that probably my nose in the book created negative state for my normal eyes. That negative state is always called an error and fixed with a strong minus lens in every OD office. But it's your choice of words that makes all the difference. I will also say that Jake is on a good course. He's honest, sincere, and eventually he'll help his own child. But the way he helps his own child is to put up a Snellen, get some test lenses, and determine his child's refractive state. Because what will happen if his child goes slightly negative, the child will get a strong minus and go down the way everybody else goes down. If Jake does not take that step, he's as big a failure as the optometric community is. You're only going to get a solution if you refuse to start wearing a minus lens. And how do you do that? Well, 2040, 2050. But for me, prevention at that point means I'm in full control, looking at my own Snellen, verifying 2040 and 2050, and I finally know the facts of the eye's behavior. Jake has said this in many ways. Put a minus on a totally normal eye, and you wind up with a myopic eye. Put an eye in a cage, you wind up with a myopic eye. But I haven't said cause. I told you what will always happen. Telling you what always will happen is science, not medicine. In medicine, they'll say, oh, you've got to see. And so while you're still passing the DMV, you get a strong minus, and that's it. But worse than that, the combination of long-term near and a strong minus gives you rapid myopia. I won't even bother arguing that issue anymore. So one day you wake up when you're -8 diopters and say, I want to get out of it. And I'll say, why didn't you start working on getting out of it when you're 2040 to 2060, when it would have been possible? But there's always no answer to that one. In any event, I was fortunate enough to meet people who were not interested in money, but were interested in scientific truth, and were willing to devote themselves to helping me with prevention. Maybe you'll find that person. Maybe you'll find that science in yourself. I don't make claims. For me, getting rid of the near environment when you're 2040 and 2050 is the right way to do things. If you don't think that's the right way, then do it your way. I see Jake post something like, back to 2020 instantly, and he has 30,000 people looking at it. You say, prevention at 2040 is difficult, and you'll have nobody clicking on that statement. That's us, that's you and I. We are to blame. In any event, enjoy this video. Jake provides one thing. He does provide hope, and he provides an open discussion where no subject is off limits. He's a sincere, honest person. He doesn't have to get to 2020. He must pass the 2040 line. I think that's a good stand for anybody working on recovery. But almost nobody will look at it as Snellen in a conscientious, systematic manner, which is the only way to do it. And making claims at 2020 is something I will not do. Passing the 2030 line is success. But it's all in you and what you want in your life. Prevention means long-term plus wear. This was discovered in a plus study done by Francis Young. The plus worked. It's not dangerous, it's not risk. The kids wore a plus for 5 years. That's safe. So the only question is effective. If a person's intelligent enough and persistent enough, he can avoid it. But that's the science that we need to understand. Not understanding it means you're not going to be successful. That's my opinion. Enjoy the video and enjoy Jake's site. And enjoy science. To me, this is science, not medicine. If you can make that difference, you might make your life a success. Thanks.